I was talking about the different stages in your career, right? The journey that we are going through. First year agent struggles with skills, you're adapting to the work culture and also the work routine. Some people are taking time to adjusting to it. A small minority agents, right? First year agent, there is a small minority agent, about 5 to 6, 7%, will do well first year. Why? Because they have very good PR, number one. Number two, they have very good markets. The people they know before they come in is very good. So normally they will do well first year, and normally that goes on, spill over to the second year. They become MDRT first 2 years. On the third year, right, this is the time when agents struggles with their leads again because they depleted their natural. And at Gratitude, right, we have solved the first year agent dilemma, which when we came in and started Gratitude and built the team, right, Roadshow is to solve your first year dilemma, which is leads, and also help you to set up, help you to work well with your skills and also your routine. So Roadshow provided a good training ground and massive leads for all of you. So we have other leads generating program that provide more leads to you on the second and third year. And also senior agent training program, we develop a lot of you into your warm market. So now a lot of you are struggling on the third year because you can't really map your client. Now this is crucial. In this period of time, right, either we see you growing, pivoting towards a luxurious career that we promise you, or you fizzle out. Some will stay on the business and become normal agents. There will be a vast majority after third year, they don't pivot to the next level, they don't leave the business because their income's still good, but they stay there, 100,000, 200,000 agent. So a few scenarios will happen along the way. At a normal agency, a normal everyday outside agency, you see, right? Majority of the third year agent will fizzle out and leave the business, correct? Some will pivot, some will do well, they do farm system well, they do mapping well, and they pivot and they become MDRT. Now, some will switch to do other business model to continue their journey. Number one is mortgage. A lot of people do home loans, they start switching to mortgage and they try to sell a policy. And we have that in Gratitude. So what is the problem with this model? There's also pros and cons. What are the cons of this model? You will need to keep on working with stranger clients. All these clients you don't know one. You get the leads from other people. You need to always develop new clients and you do a lot of paperwork. But the outcome is also not guaranteed. 70% rejection. Some agents goes back to cold calling on business officers and cold clients, right? No more leads, they go back to cold calling. What happened to these people? 90% will fail and leave the business. So the way I do it, right, is client mapping. I learn to be relational. I learn to build relationship and pivot towards the top 20%. I find the rich and right clients. I multiply more of these kind of clients. So what are the cons? What are the bad things that happens when you pivot using client mapping? You have to learn to be relational. And for some of you are so unrelational. You're also having problem with your own husband or your own wife. So the only way out and the best way out, right, is to pivot by relationship and client map your client above it. Once you learn about this, right, you can be very influential. Now, it's not just money, it's not just the career. Once you learn to be relational, once you learn to be a friend, your private life can be so much more colorful. Your relationship with your family, your relationship with a husband, your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your colleagues can be so much better. It is not money that makes a man happy. It is those meaningful relationships that makes a happy person. At the end of the day, when we die on the deathbed, right, what are the things that people regret the most? Not having good relationship, right, with certain people in life. So let's not become that. Let's not become the stubborn old man, right? And let's pivot and building relationship. So it is not always about money. It is how you make people feel. If you're super rich and behave like right, people will call you arrogant, filthy rich. So if you're a rich, right, and you add value to people and appreciate others, people will love to be around you. So how do we become relational after we become rich? Do we become relational after we become rich? No. You become relational before you make it in life, and money will come chasing after you. How to be relational? How to make people like you? How to make people want to talk to you more? The first thing is do not take advantage of other people. A lot of insurance agents just want to sell. When the client feels that you are taking advantage of them, you just want to sell, you're out already. They don't want to deal with you anymore. Not only your clients, don't take advantage of your colleagues. Don't take advantage of your leader. Don't take advantage of the staffs. The world doesn't evolve around you. You are not the center of the universe. You're just a tiny speck in the universe. You evolve around the universe. Now, what should you do? We should learn to win friends. Step number one. We need to be nice to people. We always ask ourselves, how did I make the other person feel? Did I make him feel used, manipulated? Did I make him feel important, significant, respected? What did you do to make the other person feel? It's crucial. The one thing that people want, right, your clients, your children, and your husband and wife is what? The feeling of being appreciated. And when you can do that, right, in the small little things in life, you'll do well. Third thing that you can do, 30-second rule, compliment people. I saw so many of my old friends, some of them really become old. But the first thing I saw my Malay friend, I say, how come you become whiter and whiter one? You become more prettier than before one. She said, yeah, 做保险的是这样的。I look at all my friends, I always compliment them. So compliment people. Number 4 is do not gossip, don't complain. If you don't like the person, right, and you decided not to be involved in his life, stay away. You don't have to confront one. And lastly, always add value to others. What can I do for them today? Before every appointment, before every call that you make, before everything that you do, the intention is what? What can I do for him today? How can I encourage him? How can I make him feel better? How can I make him feel important? If whatever you plan to tell him is not going to make him feel important, right, then don't do it. Think of another way to approach it.